You have a what on your hat?
A pickerel.
Oh, that's pretty cool. So welcome to class. Welcome to Marvel Cinematic University, where each and every week I teach Jacob something about the Marvel Cinematic Universe that he doesn't know and probably still doesn't. I'm your host, Alix, and professor as well, and with me, as always, is the worst terrible student, Jake. Hello, Jake.
I said this last week, but you hurt me once again.
Good.
And I hope you're happy, which makes me happy but miserable at the same time.
Yeah, let's go through that cycle again. It wasn't confusing the first time we did it. It definitely won't be confusing the second time we do it.
Nope. I brought some emotional support pins this week on my hat. Bear and a salmon.
Bear.
Well, as a pickerel. So we are...
A pickle roll?
Oh, a pickerel.
A pickle roll?
A pickle roll.
Oh. Well, this week we're not talking about pickled rolls. We're talking about WHIH Newsfront Season 2. We had so much fun talking about Season 1 that I figured we'd go back for a second season.
I watched the wrong thing because I watched a documentary on fish.
Oh. You watched Aquaman?
Yeah.
That's not even in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. That's DC.
No.
Now I have to teach a DC class. Oh boy.
Dick Cheese comments.
Huh? Dick Cheese comments? What
Dick
did you
Cheese
say?
Comments.
Anyway, this week, like I said, we're talking about WHIH, which released April 22nd, 2016 to May 3rd, 2016. It stars everyone's favorite Leslie Bibb as Christine Everhart, and joined with her this go-around is Al Madrigal as Will Adams, WHIH Newsfront's political correspondent.
They're friends, but they don't agree on everything.
Mostly about superheroes.
They have some disagreements.
They really, really do.
Little sexual tension between the two.
Definitely. They probably banged every episode.
Oh, yeah.
They probably banged while the president watched.
I could see it.
Mr. President. Mr. President. Happy birthday, Mr. President. All right. Well, here are the episodes of this one are Avengers Impact, a WHIH Newsfront special report, WHIH Newsfront, The Cost of Saving the World, The Avengers in the White House, exclusive, President Ellis discusses the Avengers, and The Attack in Lagos breaking news. So I also meant to mention, too, that this takes place approximately a week before the events of Civil War and also leading up to during Civil War.
Yeah, it's directed by Kevin Feige.
Yeah, maybe. No, it's produced by Kevin Feige. I don't think it had a director.
We've been over this. It was a joke to the last episode.
No, I know. And I was fixing your joke because he was the producer.
Same thing.
It's really not. They actually serve different roles. But let's not get into that now.
No, we got to that last week.
Yeah. I think now is a good time to go one by one through each episode with all the detailed information about the episode.
Yes, let's do that.
All right, perfect. Well, episode 1, Avengers Impact, a WHIH Newsfront special report. Christine Everhart and political correspondent Will Adams discuss the Avengers and whether they require government oversight to prevent further collateral damage. Episode 2, WHIH Newsfront's The Cost of Saving the World. Christine Everhart and Will Adams discuss whether the Avengers or taxpayers should pay for damages caused by the Avengers saving the world, an issue upon which public response is divided. Jake, what do you think? Do you think the Avengers should have to pay taxes? Or
it's fun
taxpayers?
I'm in the middle of this argument. I think in a similar thing to like South Africa, where the whole went crazy and smashed through some buildings there, they might need a little liability on their end. However, if they're fighting aliens from space, I think that, the taxpayers should probably pay.
Yeah, I mean, everyone knows when an alien invades, taxpayers will pay. Yeah, no, definitely. I think I kind of am with you, because the aliens would have just destroyed the Earth, and Loki would have ruled.
Yeah,
If it was not for the Avengers. So really, is it the Avengers' fault that Loki came to Earth? It's kind of Nick Fury's fault if you wanna blame somebody.
You want to dig deep enough in there.
If you really want to blame somebody, it's Captain Marvel's fault, but we'll get there.
Yeah, I can see that.
I mean, if you really want to blame anyone, it's Steve Rogers' fault for dropping the Tesseract in the ocean for S.H.I.E.L.D. to find.
Yeah, that's all on him. What's he thinking?
What is he thinking? You know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking I'm going to tell you all about episode 3.
Ooh, tell me about it.
WHIH Newsfront, the Avengers, and the White House. Christine Everhart and Will Adams discuss President Matthew Ellis's stance on the Avengers and the increasingly political activities of Thaddeus Ross following his retirement from the military. Jacob, do you recall who Thaddeus Ross is?
He's from the Hulk.
And does it enlighten you and make you feel any kind of joy knowing that he's coming back in Captain America Civil War?
Not really.
Isn't he your favorite from your favorite movie that we've watched so far?
Wouldn't say favorite movie. If I recall, it's fairly low on the list.
I'm pretty sure it's at the bottom of the list because you won't let me put anything else below it.
It's a bottom dweller for sure. He's growing old. He's growing old in his old age.
Also, in this episode, another character returns. Episode 4, President Ellis discusses the Avengers. Christine Everhart and Will Adams interview President Matthew Ellis about his decision to nominate Thaddeus Ross for the position of United States Secretary of State and about his stance on the Avengers.
Not a great hire.
Do you remember where we originally saw President Matthew Ellis?
Iron Man 1, 2, 3?
Yes.
Iron Man 3, first try.
In Iron Man 3, he's kidnapped by the Mandarin on the plane. They capture him when he's in the War Machine suit, the Iron Patriot suit, and then they put him in an Iron Patriot suit on the boat. And then Rhodey's like, I have no suit. Let me go save this man. And Tony's like, these are all my suits. I don't have one for you.
Yes.
And episode 5, breaking news, attack in Lagos. Christine Everhart and Will Adams go live with breaking news of an attack in Lagos and cross to the president's live statement on the situation. And that was WHIH Season 2.
Interesting interview. They kind of left the two reporters there, or news anchors split after the interview. Christine Everhart was like, strong words about the Avengers. And then, what's the other guy's name? Will?
Yeah, Will.
Will was like, well, I think he's defending the Avengers a little bit here.
He was still defending the Avengers and saying that they don't need oversight.
I don't think so.
I think they still haven't figured it out. Let's see. In MCU timeline, if we go to like where we currently are at the time of Secret Invasion, right? We're 8 years removed from the 9 years removed from the Sokovia Accords, I'm pretty sure. Maybe 10. And they still haven't figured this shit out.
No, we need another 9 years.
Yeah. So I guess fun facts.
Give me some fun facts.
The footage of Black Widow at the Senate is unused B-roll from Captain America: The Winter Soldier. It's like second angle with no audio, so it seems like she's actually in a hearing and not on set.
Oh.
William Sadler was filmed on set filming Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 3. William Sadler is the guy who plays the president.
What other movies has he been in? He looks like really familiar.
Like real movies?
Yeah.
IMDb William Sadler. He's been in a decent amount of films.
Good amount of movies. Can't name any of them.
Oh yeah. He plays Death in the Bill and Ted movies.
Oh.
I did know that.
Electric movies.
He was in a episode of Law and Order. Who hasn't been? He's he's in Agents of Shield season 3.
That's where I remember him from.
You haven't watched season 3 yet?
No.
He was in Iron Man 3.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Nothing else you would recognize. The Bourne Conspiracy.
Maybe that's it.
Yeah. All right. Cool. I think I had another fun fact. Nope. I think that was it. Connections.
Do you have any connections for me?
I have a decent amount of connections, and I have a lot more crawls this time too.
Okay.
Connection 1. Christine and Will discuss events such as Battle of New York, Sokovia, and Washington, D.C. The episode ends with each episode ends with a copyright crawl that says WHIH News Incorporated is a subsidiary of VistaCorp International, confirming what what's his face said earlier. Scott Lang said last episode.
VistaCorp, not necessarily good people.
Not necessarily rocks on though.
No. No rocks on, rocks off.
Christine states that the cost of cleanup of New York, D.C., and Sokovia has totaled over $1 trillion. That's quite a bit of money.
That's a good amount.
That's a lot of fucking money. For three big fights in 3 giant cities? I don't even think this includes South Africa.
Well.
Definitely doesn't include Endgame, which definitely costs like 20 trillion to repair.
Yeah.
And for the final connection here, I've got Christine references Ross being in talks with Sadler for Secretary of State. Sorry, not Security of State.
Secretary.
I spelled secretary wrong. Huh?
Not a great hire.
Not a great hire. They should have hired his daughter.
Yeah. Well.
They should have hired round 3 guy.
Yeah. Emil Blonsky.
Wow, I have a lot of crawls to read here, so that should kill at least 7 minutes. Miami Marathon sees new world record set. Runner cites Captain America as inspiration. He said, "On your left," while running the entire way.
On your left. On your left. On your left. On your left.
If you say it one more time, I swear to God, I'm good. One of the most controversial figures of our time left us with more questions than answers. Who was Alexander Pierce? Oh, WHIH special report tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Do you remember who Alexander Pierce is, Jacob?
I do.
Yeah?
Yep.
Who is it?
He's that guy from the bad guy from Ant-Man? No. Iron Man 3.
Is he though?
Hang on, I'm looking in my book.
Yeah, no, I know what you're doing. Yeah,
Ooh, it's Sergeant Strucker's page.
Oh, not Von Strucker. You're never gonna find his page on the Ant-Man page, I'll tell you that. I would look somewhere in like Captain America the Winter Soldier times.
Yeah, it seems like maybe a good.
Maybe like when trying to figure out who was in the World Security Council or something. And like who may have been a secret Hydra mole this entire time.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Yeah, that guy.
I was thinking Aldrich Killian.
Yeah. I'm talking about Alexander Pierce. He's the most controversial figure of our time, according to that crawl that I just read. Are you
very controversial?
There's
got to be an index here. Yeah, here we go. Oh, because he doesn't have a page. He's just mentioned.
Oh, well, how does he not have a page?
I don't know, but there's a guy named Dave who has a page in here.
Who's Dave?
I don't know.
Let's find out. I'm very curious about who the fuck this Dave is.
Dave, page 135.
Ah, man, he sounds very popular if he's on page 135.
He's in here quite a bit.
Oh, interesting.
He's like one of the getaway drivers from Ant-Man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I guess that makes sense. Well, I'm glad Dave gets his own page and Alexander Pierce doesn't.
Dave and Lewis both have their own page.
Oh, good. Not the villain from Winter Soldier, though. Not that guy.
No, not that guy.
All right, next crawl. U.S. Vice President begins global outreach trip with stops to Sokovia in South Africa planned. This is clearly after the events of Sokovia, or of Age of Ultron. Lieutenant General Thaddeus Ross announces retirement from the Army. Too bad he's not staying retired.
One could dream.
Production begins on new TV movie, Man or Mandarin, the Trevor Slattery story.
The Mandarin.
You remember Trevor Slattery?
Yeah.
The fake Mandarin?
Yeah, fake Mandalorian.
Yeah. The fake Pedro Pascal.
Yeah.
This one has no connect. So I didn't include all the crawls. Some of them didn't have like any actual like connections to MCU stuff. They were just like fictional. But this one I just thought was kind of funny. Rare albino panda Ling Ling born at National Zoo.
Is that a reference to something?
No, it wasn't. I looked it up. I was curious if it was, but it wasn't.
I feel like that's a reference to another TV show.
I looked it up and there was no, like, the only thing was a Wikipedia on MCU about how it means nothing.
Yeah, I think it's a reference to Iron Man. Or not Iron Man,
Anchorman. Iron Man's assistant Anchorman?
Yeah.
Oh man, there's my new AI vid. What if Iron Man was an Anchorman? Expected start date for PIM Technologies to resume stock trading pushed back in wake of layoff rumors. As you know, PIM is struggling right now after they got robbed by PIM.
They're not doing great.
They're not doing great after Cross was trying to sell some of their tech to Nazis, literal Nazis.
Yeah, I can't do that.
He literally had a Hydra guy willing to pay him a lot of money. That's literally a Nazi. Or whatever I can say on YouTube. Massive ant-like insect sightings continue to pour in from San Francisco suburbs. Do you know why this is happening, Jacob?
Probably because of Ant-Man.
And what did he do at the end of Ant-Man?
He had a lot of ants.
He had accidentally made one ant big in that final fight, and he kept it as a pet.
Oh, yeah.
In the suburbs of San Francisco. Transia Corporation announces interim CEO. This is a reference to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 3.
We'll learn about that more.
Yeah, Transia plays a big part in Season 3. ATCU continues investigation into militant organizations that destroyed their facility. This is also a reference to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 3.
We'll get there.
This is the only like official Marvel content not in the shows that references Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. New fossils found in South America may uncover untold answers about our past.
Is that a reference to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 1?
No, this is a reference maybe possibly to the Eternals. Top New York City surgeon Dr. Stephen Strange reveals his new life-saving technique in exclusive WHIH interview.
I'd be interested to watch that.
Yeah. Dr. Strange at this time is still just a New York City surgeon and has yet to get his powers because we have yet to watch Doctor Strange.
Yeah, we don't know about him yet.
We don't know other than they were targeting him in Winter Soldier.
Did they keep doing these for other movies, or is it just these two?
It's just these 2 seasons. I wish they did more. They also had a Twitter page that was running like alongside and posting stuff.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I wish they would do more of these, but I don't know. They stopped. Now they could have fucking J. Jonah Jameson like do Daily Bugle shit.
Yeah.
Competing second TV movie announced following the alleged Mandarin actor 10 Rings to Rule Them All, the Trevor Slattery story. He gets 2 movies. Culver University announces state-of-the-art library will reopen after extensive renovations. It's kind of crazy that it took them 7 years to get that shit reopened.
Well, they spent a lot of money on the movie and it didn't make anything, so that makes sense.
Oh, they paid for their the movie the Hulk.
Yeah.
Okay. VistaCorp indicated on charges of secret surcharges for cable TV customers.
Told you gotta watch these VistaCorp guys. They are bad news bears.
They were like the Xfinity of the MCU.
Are like the Xfinity of the MCU.
Star-studded benefit concert Sing for Sokovia pulls in $300 million for charity. I wrote these very quickly and spelled a lot of words kind of wrong.
Yeah.
Unseen documents belonging to Dr. Abraham Erskine discovered in New Jersey. Do you remember who Dr. Abraham Erskine is? Just think. Just use your big old brain.
Is he from Thor?
Nope.
Captain America.
Correct. What part did he play in Captain America?
He was the guy that gave Captain America the muscle juice.
Yeah, he gave him the steroids.
Yeah.
Yep, you got it. I'm excited. I'm happy for you. I'm glad you used that big old brain of yours.
Now you can't say I don't remember anything anymore.
Yeah, I can. Bruce Banner, aka the Hulk, reportedly still missing.
I wonder where he could be.
He might be somewhere in space. It's been a year at this point that he's been missing.
Yeah, so why are we still worried about him?
Yeah, get over it. Multiple sources confirm that Steve Rogers, aka Captain America, was spotted at the scene. Oh, all these next ones are like for the live cut-in of Lagos.
Oh, okay.
Sources state that the Avengers were tracking wanted fugitive Brock Rumlow to Lagos. Do you remember who Brock Rumlow is, Jake?
He's that dirty SHIELD agent.
Yeah, he is. Sources state that the report of Sam Wilson, Wanda Maximoff, and former SHIELD operative Natasha Romanoff in Lagos are confirmed.
No, I think they were highly theorized.
Nope, they're actually confirmed. Not even highly alleged.
Highly theorized.
Brock Rumlow to be behind the attack at the military compound. Breaking, President Ellis to issue statement from the White House.
And he issued it.
He issued it well.
He did.
All right, and that's season 2, my guy.
Woo!
That's 2 seasons of WHIH out the window. Could it have been 1 episode? Yeah. Did it make my life easier to make it 2 episodes? It did.
It did, indeed.
It did indeed.
Iron Fist would have been really good if it was about 30 minutes long. Just like these.
I mean, I don't know if it would have been as good as these, but it would have been better than it was.
Yeah. It could have chopped it down into about 30 minutes.
But yeah, so don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Twitter. It's the thread. Don't forget to buy our merch, Blenderman merchies, also highly theorized merchies, and Abomination Round 3 merchies. Jacob, your homework for the week is to watch The Defendees.
Ooh.
And what else do I usually say in this thing? I feel like I went too fast.
Usually.
Like, follow, 5 stars, some good comments, some very nice things. Me and Jake really could use the confidence boost. Things have been rough for Jake lately, and he really could use some nice words like 5 stars. If you put 4 stars in, just know Jake is really sad about it, and it might be the reason that he becomes Blenderman 2. So make sure you get those likes and follows in, and subscribe on YouTube. And Jake, bring us out.
Yeah. Subscribe to us on Facebook and